You've probably been showering since you were a preteen and taking a bath since you were even younger. But when was the last time you wondered if you were actually doing it right? Jumping in a hot shower or soaking in a bath full of sudsy water to wash dirt, oil, and sweat from your body seems like it would be hard to mess up, right? Well, wrong. Good hygiene is an essential part of protecting your health, so establishing a solid, consistent routine is pretty important. And believe it or not, your current routine could probably use some improvement. Now, please understand this video is in no way intended to put anyone down or dissuade you from doing anything that is currently working for you. As a matter of fact, look at the information given in this video as an addition to your current regimen. Now, bathing is the act of washing the body, usually with water or the immersion of the body in water. It may be for personal hygiene, religious ritual, or therapeutic purposes. People bathe at a range of temperatures, varying from very cold to very hot. And in the Western world, bathing is usually done at comfortable temperatures in a bathtub or shower. And this type of bathing is done more or less daily for hygiene purposes. A ritual or religious bath is sometimes referred to as immersion or baptism. And then there is also the use of water for therapeutic purposes, which are called water treatments or hydrotherapy. Now, if you really stop to think about it, the history of bathing is actually fascinating. It's a journey that spans thousands of years and encompasses various cultures and practices. Here's a brief overview. Ancient civilizations. Bathing rituals can be traced back to ancient civilizations such as the Egyptians, Greeks, and Romans. In these societies, bathing was not only a means of cleanliness, but also held religious and social significance. Public baths, like the famous Roman baths, served as social hubs where people gathered to relax, socialize, and conduct business. Medieval Europe. With the decline of the Roman Empire, bathing practices in Europe became less common due to the spread of disease and the association of bathing with pagan rituals. However, bathing continued in some monasteries and among the upper classes. Renaissance and Enlightenment. During the Renaissance and Enlightenment periods, bathing saw a resurgence in popularity, particularly among the wealthy. Public bathhouses became fashionable social venues once again, though they were often criticized for promoting immorality and disease. The 19th century. The 19th century saw significant advancements in bathing technology and hygiene practices. The invention of indoor plumbing and the proliferation of soap and toiletry products made bathing more accessible to the general population. The 20th century. In the 20th century, bathing became a daily ritual for many people in Western societies, thanks to improved living standards and hygiene awareness. The introduction of modern bathtubs, showers, and hot water heaters further facilitated personal hygiene practices. Contemporary practices. Today, bathing is an integral part of daily life for people around the world, though cultural customs and preferences vary widely. While some cultures emphasize communal bathing experiences, others prioritize private, individualized routines. Additionally, there is a growing trend towards natural and eco-friendly bathing products, reflecting increasing environmental consciousness. There's no question that throughout history, the practice of bathing has evolved in response to cultural, social, and technological changes. Yet its fundamental importance to personal hygiene and well-being remains unchanged. And I think we can all say that our personal hygiene will always be a factor in our lives. So let's talk about the forever popular bubble bath. The history of the bubble bath is a delightful tale that merges innovation, luxury, and relaxation. While the exact origins are a bit murky, here's a general overview. In ancient times, the concept of bathing for pleasure dates back to the ancient civilizations such as Greeks and Romans. They indulged in lavish bathing rituals, using oils, herbs, and fragrances to enhance the experience. While bubbles may have not been present in the same way as in modern bubble baths, these ancient cultures laid the groundwork for the idea of bathing as a luxurious pastime. Now, during the 18th century, the popularity of bathing for pleasure experienced a resurgence in Europe. Wealthy individuals sought out spa towns and bathhouses where they could immerse themselves in mineral-rich waters believed to have health benefits. It's during this time that early forms of soap and foaming agents may have been used to create bubbles in the bath. Now, when the 19th century came around, advancements in chemistry and toiletry products paved the way for the development of commercialized bubble bath products. Soap manufacturers began experimenting with formulations that produced long-lasting bubbles, and soon, bubble bath preparations became available for purchase. Now, in the 20th century, bubble baths gained widespread popularity, becoming a staple in bathrooms all around the world. With the advent of modern chemistry and manufacturing techniques, bubble bath products became more affordable and accessible to the general public. Additionally, the marketing of bubble baths as a fun and indulgent treat for both children and adults contributed to their increasing popularity. And it's during the contemporary era that bubble bath products became available in a variety of scents, colors, and formulations to suit different preferences and skin types. Natural and organic options have also become more prevalent as consumers prioritize sustainability and health-conscious choices. Today, the bubble bath remains a beloved self-care ritual for many, offering a luxurious escape from the stresses of daily life and a chance to unwind in a sea of frothy bubbles. Now, ladies, later in this video, we're going to dive a bit deeper into bubble baths for women. Are they hygienic, and are women bathing correctly? Stick around until the end of this video to find out. Now, let's dive into the origins of the sitz bath. The sitz bath, also known as a hip bath, has a rich history rooted in therapeutic practices aimed at promoting health and healing. In ancient times, the origins of the sitz bath can be traced back to ancient civilizations such as the Greeks and Romans, who valued the therapeutic benefits of water-based treatments. They used hip baths as a form of hydrotherapy to alleviate various ailments, especially those affecting the pelvic region. Medieval and Renaissance periods. The use of sitz baths persisted through the Middle Ages and into the Renaissance period, where they were often employed as part of medical treatments prescribed by physicians. Water was believed to have cleansing and healing properties, and sitz baths were recommended for conditions such as hemorrhoids, urinary tract infections, and postpartum discomfort. The 19th century. The 19th century witnessed a resurgence of interest in hydrotherapy and other water-based therapies, including the sitz bath. With advancements in medical knowledge and technology, sitz baths became more widely prescribed by doctors and readily available for home use. During this time, specialized sitz bath fixtures were developed, designed to fit over existing toilet bowls for convenience. 20th century to present. Sitz baths continue to be used throughout the 20th century and into the present day, though their popularity waned somewhat with the advent of modern medical treatments and pharmaceuticals. However, they remain a valuable therapeutic tool for individuals seeking natural remedies for pelvic discomfort, inflammation, and certain gynecological conditions. Today, sitz baths are still recommended by healthcare professionals for a variety of purposes, including postpartum care, relief from hemorrhoids and anal fissures, and soothing discomfort associated with inflammatory conditions such as prostatitis and pelvic inflammatory disease. While modern medicine has provided alternative treatments for many of these conditions, the sitz bath endures a gentle, non-invasive option for promoting comfort and well-being. Now that we have covered the history of the bath and bathing, the question I have for you is, are you taking a bath the correct way? Taking a bath can be a more relaxing way to get your body clean rather than showering, but not all baths are equal. Here's a step-by-step process to follow when you're taking a bath. Step 1. Rinse off. This step is not optional. Take a quick shower to get any dirt off of the body before soaking in the bathtub. Step 2. Do a quick cleaning of your tub. Use a cap full of bleach or lightly spray the tub with a disinfectant, and using a towel or cloth, wipe down the inside of the tub, removing any soap, residue, or stray hairs that may have gathered. Step 3. Fill your tub with lukewarm or slightly warm water. Scalding hot water will burn your skin, and water that's even a bit too hot will dry out your skin. You can test the temperature of the water carefully with your hand. During this step, this is when you're going to do your soaking. If the purpose of your bath was to soak, then this is the step to just relax and enjoy the water. Once you have enjoyed the soaking, you can move on to actually cleaning the body. Once you start this step, you should not sit back in the tub and soak in the water anymore. So it is important to note that if you are not done soaking, do not start the cleansing part of your bath. Step 4. You can now lather your body with soap using a white washcloth. I do not recommend using anything other than a white washcloth, and I will explain that later in this video. Be careful not to over-exfoliate your skin. It's best to wash your skin at the beginning of the bath, since your skin will get softer as you soak and may be more prone to over-exfoliation. Now be sure to wash from the top down. Start at your neck and shoulders, move on to your underarms, your arms, stomach, waist, hips. Wash over the skin of your buttocks, your back. Work your way down to your thighs, your legs, and do not forget to wash your feet and between your toes. Do not wash your hair when taking a bath. Washing your hair involves using shampoos, conditioners, and other products that contain agents that could be harmful to other parts of the body, since you are soaking in a bath. Step 5. Once you have washed the outer layer of your body once, rinse off by running the shower on a warm temperature, removing all dirt and grime. Step 6. Now it's time to wash the genital areas. This requires the use of another white washcloth, a clean cloth that you do not use when washing the other parts of your body. Take the washcloth and run warm water on it without any soap or product. Gently wipe inside of your vaginal area, rinse the cloth off, and then run the water on it again and gently wipe out your anal area. Rinse your cloth and now apply soap to your cloth and gently cleanse your vaginal area. Rinse the cloth, apply soap again, and now gently wash the anal area. When doing this step, be sure to get inside of the anal cavity until it is thoroughly cleansed. This is when the importance of the white washcloth comes into play. Using a white cloth enables you to see how clean your body is getting while bathing. Washing the vaginal and anal area with a separate washcloth ensures that you are not introducing any bacteria or germs from your topical region to the vagina. Step 7. Once you have cleansed your sensitive areas, rinse off with hot or warm water and set this washcloth aside, because now you're going to go back to the washcloth you used to wash your body with, and you're going to wash your body again for a second time. Once you have done so, you will then use the cloth for your private parts and cleanse the vagina and anus again. You have now washed twice. When rinsing off, you want to be sure that you are lifting parts of your body where there may be excess skin. Areas like the stomach, the breasts, love handles, you want to cleanse these areas and rinse thoroughly with warm water or hot water, whichever one you prefer. These areas can be breeding grounds for yeast to grow, especially during warm climates. Now, it's up to you whether or not you want to wash a third time. I personally like to wash 3 times. I do not recommend anything less than twice. Now, once you have washed and rinsed off with warm water or hot water, whichever you prefer, getting the soap from your body, You're going to follow this up with a final rinse using cold water, as cold as you can stand it. You want to rinse under the arms, under the stomach, skin area, vaginal areas, anal area, all of this with cold water. Cold water shocks the system and promotes circulation of the blood. It also helps to kill any germs or bacteria. Now, once you've finished in the bath, towel dry your body and use a moisturizer right away, oil, lotion, whichever you prefer, to seal hydration into your skin. Now, when drying off, I'm not going to say that you must use a white towel. It is totally up to you. But when washing your body, I recommend using white washcloths due to the dyes that are in colored cloths. Have you ever noticed that when using a new washcloth, the dye comes out when you rinse it, especially those black ones? Now think about where that dye will go if you use it. Now there is a debate on whether or not a bath is even a good practice for women. The question being, are baths bad for the vagina? There is no clear winner in this debate. Baths aren't necessarily bad for vaginas, but they aren't always good either. Bubble baths, however, are a different story. Adding soap or fragrances and oils to your bath water can cause some vaginal irritation. In fact, using harsh soaps or scented products such as deodorant sprays, powders, wipes, douches, and the like can actually disrupt the natural balance of microorganisms that work to keep the vagina healthy. The right balance of bacteria is needed to maintain the pH, which is the measurement of acidity, and police the overgrowth of bacteria that can cause infection. Now, after all, the vagina is a self-cleaning agent, and it doesn't need any help to do its job. Taking a bath itself doesn't directly cause yeast infections in the vagina. However, certain factors associated with bathing practices can potentially contribute to an increased risk of yeast infections. So let's take a look at some of these factors. Moisture. Yeast infections, particularly vaginal yeast infections, thrive in warm, moist environments. Bathing, especially in hot water or for prolonged periods, can create a conducive environment for yeast growth if the area is not dried thoroughly afterward. Sitting in a wet bathing suit or using damp towels can also trap moisture and promote yeast overgrowth. So ladies, in the summertime when going to these pool parties and barbecues, please be careful when wearing a bathing suit. Sitting in a wet suit for a long period of time can potentially cause some problems. Hygiene practices. Improper hygiene practices, such as using unclean bath water or sharing bath-related items with others, can introduce bacteria or other microorganisms to the vaginal area, potentially leading to infections. Introduction of irritants. Bathing practices that involve the use of harsh cleaners, douching, or other hygiene products can irritate the delicate tissues of the vagina and disrupt its natural flora, increasing susceptibility to infections, including yeast infections. Personal susceptibility. Some individuals may be more prone to yeast infections due to factors such as weakened immune function, hormonal fluctuations, underlying health conditions such as diabetes, or a history of recurrent yeast infections. Now, with all of the advertisements out there for feminine cleaning aids, it might surprise you to know that vaginas are actually capable of taking care of themselves with minimal assistance. The truth is, glands inside of your vagina and cervix secrete fluids, which help to flush out old cells daily, keeping the vagina clean. This process depends on that proper balance of microorganisms known as the pH, and it's why douching is actually a no-no. Now, some bath products such as scented soaps, bubble baths, and bath oils may contain ingredients that can disrupt the natural pH balance of the vagina. An imbalance in vaginal pH can create conditions favorable for yeast to proliferate. Now let's talk about the pH balance in women. We know that the pH balance in women's bodies, particularly in the vaginal area, is crucial for maintaining overall health and preventing infections. But what exactly is it? Here's a breakdown. Vaginal pH balance. The vagina naturally maintains an acidic pH level, typically ranging from around 3.8 to 4.5. This acidic environment is primarily due to the presence of beneficial bacteria, particularly lactobacilli, which produce lactic acid. The lactic pH balance helps to inhibit the growth of harmful bacteria and yeast, thus protecting against infections such as bacterial vaginosis and yeast infections. Factors affecting pH balance. Various factors can influence the pH balance in the vaginal area, including hormonal changes, such as those during menstruation, pregnancy, or menopause, sexual activity, use of certain medications like antibiotics or hormonal contraceptives, douching, and personal hygiene practices. Disruption of the natural pH balance can increase the risk of vaginal infections and discomfort. Maintaining a healthy vaginal pH balance is essential for overall vaginal health. This can be achieved through several practices. Good hygiene. Practice gentle cleansing of the external genital area with mild, fragrance-free soap and water. Avoid using harsh soaps, douches, or vaginal deodorants, as these can disrupt the natural pH balance. Avoiding irritants. Avoid exposure to potential irritants, such as perfume products, scented tampons or pads, and certain fabrics like synthetic underwear, which can disrupt the vaginal environment. Probiotics. Consuming probiotic-rich foods or supplements may help promote the growth of beneficial bacteria in the gut and vagina, contributing to a healthy pH balance. Safe sex practices. Practicing safe sex, including the use of condoms, can help prevent the introduction of harmful bacteria and maintain vaginal health. Regular checkups. Regular gynecological checkups can help detect any imbalance or infections early on, allowing for prompt treatment. Ensuring a healthy pH balance in the vaginal area is integral to women's reproductive and overall health. Maintaining this balance supports the body's natural defense mechanisms and helps prevent the onset of infections and other vaginal discomforts. So we've covered a little bit of everything. We've talked about how to bathe, we've talked about vaginal pH balance, but let's take a look at what to bathe with. Now, I know we all like the little doodads that are sold in every department store, every grocery store, every Walmart or Target near you. They're sold in every color, every shape, every size, and they are so appealing that even if you buy one 1,000 times and you end up not using them, you still buy one every time you see it. And what am I talking about? The sponge. We see them in advertisement, movie shower scenes, you name it. And when we see them being used, they often come across like they are a source of comfort, or they're helping the person who's using it get clean, they're taking a nice hot shower, or they're soaking and sponging off in a bubble bath. They're all healthy, they're harmless. Truth is, that's a lie. Using sponges for bathing can potentially pose health risks due to several reasons. Bacterial growth. Sponges are porous and can harbor bacteria, mold, and other microorganisms, especially if they are not cleaned and dried properly after each use. These microorganisms can thrive in the warm, moist environment of a bath sponge and may lead to infections or skin irritations if they come into contact with the skin. Exfoliation. While some people use bath sponges for exfoliation purposes, abrasive sponges or over-exfoliation can damage the skin, causing irritation, redness, and even micro tears. This can compromise the skin's natural barrier function and increase the risk of infections or other skin problems. Allergies and sensitivities. Some individuals may be allergic to the materials used in bath sponges, such as synthetic fibers or certain natural materials like natural sea sponges. In such cases, using a sponge can trigger allergic reactions or skin sensitivities, leading to discomfort or even more severe allergic responses. Hygiene practices. Proper hygiene practices are essential when using bath sponges to minimize the risk of bacterial contamination. However, many people may not clean their sponges regularly or may not allow them to dry completely between uses, which can contribute to bacterial growth and contamination. Environmental impact. Many bath sponges are made from synthetic materials or harvested from natural sources like sea sponges. The production and disposal of these sponges can have environmental consequences such as pollution and habitat destruction. Now, while bath sponges can be convenient for lathering and cleansing the skin, it's essential to use them with caution and maintain proper hygiene practices. Alternatives such as washcloths or gentle exfoliating gloves may be preferable for some individuals, as they can be washed and dried more easily, and they are less likely to harbor bacteria. Additionally, using mild pH-balanced cleansers and moisturizing the skin after bathing can help maintain skin health and hydration. So instead of using a sponge, I recommend the handy-dandy white washcloth. Using white washcloths for bathing can offer certain benefits, particularly in terms of hygiene and cleanliness. Here are a few reasons why white washcloths are often preferred. Visibility of dirt and stains. White washcloths make it easier to spot dirt, stains, or residues from body products. This visual clarity can help ensure thorough cleaning and hygiene practices, as any dirt or residue is more readily visible on a white background compared to colored or patterned washcloths. Bleachability. White fabrics can typically withstand bleaching agents, such as chlorine bleach or oxygen-based bleach, without the risk of color fading or damage. Bleaching washcloths can help remove stubborn stains, disinfect the fabric, and kill bacteria or other microorganisms that may be present. Versatility. White washcloths are versatile and can be used for various purposes beyond bathing, such as facial cleansing, removing makeup, or wiping surfaces. Their simplicity and neutrality make them suitable for different skincare routines and household tasks. Aesthetic appeal. Some people prefer the clean, minimalistic aesthetic of white linens and towels in their bathrooms. White washcloths can contribute to a cohesive and elegant bathroom decor scheme, especially when paired with other white or neutral-colored accessories. Now, while white washcloths offer these advantages, it's essential to prioritize proper hygiene practices regardless of the color of the washcloth. This includes regular laundering of washcloths with hot water and detergent to remove dirt, oils, and bacteria. Additionally, it's advisable to replace washcloths periodically to maintain optimal cleanliness and hygiene standards. Now, I recommend changing out your white washcloth daily. I do not use a washcloth more than one. So that about covers it, ladies. It's important that we take care of our bodies. Maintaining our health is an ongoing practice, one that requires us to be open-minded and willing to try new things. If you stayed this long and you made it to the end of this video, then that means that you have taken an important step in your health today. You were open-minded and you listened to the information that was being shared in this video. Some of us are mothers, wives, sisters, aunties, you name it. If we don't care for ourselves, who will? With that being said, thank you for watching this video. If you like this type of content and you want to see more, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel. This will let YouTube know to share my videos to others on YouTube. Thank you, my soul sisters, for watching this video, and I will see you again very soon. Bye, guys.